Well, hello there, ladies and gents. I'm Tammy Sapnewski, your crypto queen. Thank you so much for popping by my channel. Please know that this is not financial advice. I am only here to entertain you and to remind you to buy on red candles. In this video, again, we're going to talk about SaitamaV3 because it's my favorite project in DeFi right now. When I'm looking for something to invest in, there's certain criteria that it needs to fit, and SaitamaV3 checks all of the boxes. So that's why it's my favorite project. Now, I'm coming up against a lot of FUD. People are definitely hating on me. And of course, it's because of the name alone. Because he named it Saitama. And the Wolfpack is not having that. They're not liking that. So getting a lot of FUD. As bad as my past couple of days was, nobody had a worse day than this poor dude. Now, you may remember him. He came on my channel a few months ago to do an AMA for Hex, and we were calling him the Hex Joker. Well, it's really Crypto Joker. His name is Nick, and he is truly one of the best ambassadors for Hex and Pulse Chain that there is. Yesterday, Nick put out a tweet saying, "Hey guys, you might want to take a look at this project. It pays rewards in USDC, stablecoin." The community, the Hexicans, went after him like a bunch of rabid hyenas. Like, they tore into him. They were calling him a shitcoin shiller. And if that wasn't bad enough, Richard Hart, the man himself, the developer of Hex, unfollowed him. Now, he didn't say it was devastating. He wasn't like, "Oh my gosh, I'm crushed. Richard Hart, he's, unfollowed me." But if it were me, I would be 100% devastated that that happened. So I just would like to put out a personal plea to Richard Hart. Can you please rethink that? You are a blockchain expert. Everyone reveres you in that regard. Would you please take a look at SaitamaV3? And if you think it's a good project, or even a decent project, at least not a shitcoin project, although I know you consider everything a shitcoin, I don't even want you to publicly state that you think it's okay. But at least follow Nick back. Like, this guy has done so much for Hex. He's brought so many people on board for Hex that I just don't think it's fair. I really just don't think it's right. And I wouldn't even want you to publicly say, "Hey, that's right. It's actually a decent project." No, at least just follow the guy back. After all, what projects are you going to have on Pulse Chain? Don't you want to have decent projects on Pulse Chain? I think that's what you want to do. So please consider, at least following Nick back, and we'll see where it goes from there. But I just felt really bad for Nick. So there was some other big news in Saitama today, SaitamaV3. Let's take a peek at one of the tweets that was released. And also, there is more news other than this, but let's go through all of the things that goes on with SaitamaV3, like all of the big talking points here. So your rewards are paid in USDC, which is a stable coin. It gets sent directly to the wallet that you bought it from. You don't have to pay to stake it. It's just, it automatically populates in your wallet. I'll get to number 2 in a second. Benevolent burn by Top Wallet. So the person that owns the tippity top wallet, the number 1 wallet, sent like $7,000 worth of tokens to the burn wallet, completely gone. The liquidity is locked for 3 years, and there was no pre-sales, nobody to dump on your head once you start buying. And don't forget, the contract was completely renounced. The ownership is renounced, so there's no way for the dev to go in there and start finagling with the rewards or any of the taxes or anything. They also got a new little logo there today. But I mean, it's just an absolutely great project, great fundamentals, and I'm super pumped about where SaitamaV3 is going. Now, number 2 was the fact that the developer had locked his personal wallet for 7 months. You can see it there on Etherscan. You can see it says token vesting, and it's locked for 7 months. So the good thing about that is it gives people confidence that the guy's not going to dump on them once they start buying in. It also helped us out because once you lock that wallet, it can no longer participate in the awards. So whatever the reflections were, we're getting his slice of the pie. So instead of him getting that portion of the rewards, it goes to all of us instead. So let's go over them again right now. It's 8% taxes in, 8% out. 3% goes to liquidity, 2% goes to marketing, and 3% goes to those stablecoin rewards paid to you. And the marketing wallet, he's using it to give to people in Telegram, uh, do benevolent things. It's not like he's spending it on, AMAs and just, wasting the money. It's spent very wisely and very well. You know, guys, I know you might be hearing a lot of FUD about SaitamaV3, and I think that FUD stems from the name, Saitama. Definitely the wolf pack, the original wolf pack, they hate it because they feel like it's something that's being taken away from them. It was really done as a marketing thing. Look how much attention this project is getting because of the name. So I know that people are upset about it. They're going after it. I don't want you to listen to other people. I want you to regain your critical thinking skills and think for yourself. Think about, okay, let me forget what other people are saying. Just like the news, right? You can't really believe anything that you see on the TV. You've got to do your own research and form your own opinion. That's exactly what you should be doing here. Do I like everything that I see? Do I think it's safe? Well, what's going on? Let's take a peek. So let's take a peek. Let's take a peek at the chart. And you can see now when I told you about this project, it was at a nickel. The day I told you about it, it ran up from a nickel all the way up to like 60 cents, hit an all-time high of 60 cents. Then it came back down, found a little bit of support at 25 cents. And during my live stream, I did a live stream last night, we were talking about it. I think it was like in the low 30s. People were talking about getting into it. They were thinking about, maybe waiting on a pullback. And I even said to them, like, listen, if you want to wait, that's fine. But I don't know how much further down it's actually going to go because it's a really great project. And indeed, we ran up today. We hit 73 cents. So we made a new all-time high today. And you can see right now it's sitting at 71 cents. If you had gotten in when this project had launched, you would be, I didn't get in at time of launch. You would have like 10,000x your money at this point. This is a great project. This is something where if you look at the people, the holders on Etherscan, you can see the top wallets. Like I said, the tippity top wallet, the guy burned a lot of tokens. He added money to the liquidity. Like all of these things make this a strong and great project because this project was made to benefit the holders, not to benefit the developer. That's not why this project was created. This project was created as a community token so that the holders would benefit. Now, I know it's, people don't want to believe it because there's so much trash in DeFi right now. It's so hard to believe that there's actually one good person out there who's actually doing it for us. It's hard to believe, but in fact, it's believable. I was watching the live stream today on Crypto Joker's channel. He had Sandstorm on, and Sandstorm's like, this thing is unruggable. It is as a matter of fact, if this thing rugs, I will not only apologize, but I will leave crypto forever. I will erase my channel and I will be gone. That's how strongly he feels about this project. This is what he has on the line when it comes to this project. Those are some pretty strong words. So for him to sit behind this so confidently, I mean, it gives me all of the confidence in the world to say that I completely believe in this project. I think this project is absolutely going places. Something else that I learned today that I actually did not know yesterday is that if you go to sell your tokens, let's say you have an enormous amount of tokens, there's never a chance that somebody can sell more than 10% of the supply all at once. And don't forget, this is a very small token supply. It didn't launch with like a gabillion million tokens. It launched with 1 million tokens. There were a few thousand sent to a burn wallet, and the top wallet sent additional tokens to the burn wallet. So technically, the supply is under 1 million tokens. I mean, it's just a great project. It's a really good project. And depending on when you got in, not a very large investment could have made you one of the top holders. So if you're looking at the wallets and you're like, oh, well, this person owns like 2% of the entire amount or 5% of the amount, it's not that they're a whale. Like this huge rich person came in and invested a lot of money and is just waiting for you to put money in so that they can dump all over the place and make, 20% returns. That can't happen because they can't sell more than 10% at a time. And these people, if you look at the wallets and you look at what they're doing, no one's really selling. People are holding because they like the theory behind this project. Now, remember, what is the theory? The theory is buy and hold, and you'll be rewarded. If you buy whatever portion of the tokens and you have them sitting in your wallet, you are going to take a slice of that pie. It's automatically going to show up in your wallet. It's like magic, automatically shows up there every single day. I think it goes there like every hour. Every hour you're getting more tokens sent to your wallet. Now, of course, depending on how many tokens you own and what the volume of the token is that day, depends on how many rewards that you receive that day. So if we have a big day with a lot of volume and you have, let's say, a quarter of a 1% of the supply, you'll get some money. If you happen to own 2% of the supply, you're going to get more money. Everything is dependent on how much volume there is and how much of the circulating supply that you have sitting in your wallet. So this is a great project. It's upsetting to see how many people are fudding it. And really, when you ask people, what is it that you think is not good about this project? And they can't answer you. I like facts. If you have a fact about something, bring it to me. Let's discuss it. Let's break it down. But when somebody calls you names or calls the project names and you say, okay, specifically, what is it that scares you or what is it you don't like? And let's address it. And they're just like, oh, it's just a scam. Well, that's not an argument. Those are not facts. Those are your feelings, and your feelings don't affect my investment. So remember, just be smart. Think for yourself, use critical thinking, which a lot of people, unfortunately, don't do nowadays. They just, they invest on emotion, which is never good. Think about what this could mean for you. Whatever portion of the supply you have, that's what you're going to get in awards sent to your wallet. If you have a bigger amount of tokens, you're going to get more rewards sent to your wallet just by holding. And when I say by holding, listen, I'm all for everybody taking their profits, at least taking out their initial investment along with profits. There's nothing wrong with covering your bases. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I applaud people for doing that. You should take profits, wherever you think is a good area for you to do that. Completely up to you. But just remember, if it were me, and it is me because I'm invested here. I've been very honest about that from the very beginning. I got in at a nickel. Like when I released the video, it was at a nickel. And I'm holding. I haven't taken out any profits yet. There might be a time where I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm at least going to take out my initial investment along with profits. But the rest, I'm going to let it ride. Why wouldn't I? I see that USD keep popping up in my wallet every single day. Why would I want to get out of there when I think that this is a really great project? Like I said before, this is my favorite project in DeFi right now. I'm absolutely in love with SaitamaV3. I never thought I'd hear myself say that, but it was actually a good marketing ploy to go ahead and name it SaitamaV3 because it did get a lot of attention and a lot of eyes on it. Now, it was a lot of negative attention to begin with, but I think as time marches on and the chart continues to climb, people are going to realize, wait a minute, maybe we should start taking this a little more seriously. Well, that's going to do it here for me today. I thank you so very much for joining me. And until next time, please take care of